Hey guys, and welcome to another episode of Nostalgia Junkie. Remember when we were like, hey, we're gonna do one of these every month, and then it's been 2 months? Meh. But hey, there's only one more, so we're almost done.
Thank God.
Um, you guys know what this is, or I would hope you do. If not, hi, welcome. You're new.
Hello.
We are a book club. Nostalgia Junkie is the subsection of our book club where we reread books from our childhood. This year we let the fans decide what we read, and it
We
was
never
this.
stopped regretting it.
Yeah.
We hate the fans.
I still think that we should do this again in the future where we let them pick because even
I don't
when we
think the
have
fans have
negative things to
fans.
say, sometimes the negative things are the better
I mean, I
episodes.
think the ones that we hate are the best episodes. Like, I'm sorry.
Yeah. People enjoy hatred. It's all good.
So, yeah. Do we need to introduce ourselves? Casey isn't here often. Casey, if you want to introduce yourself, you can
Hi,
say
I'm
things.
Casey. What else do you want me to say? I'm Casey. I don't hang out with them a
Hey,
lot because I
Casey.
graduated and I'm doing grad school. And it's
We
Yay.
sad.
graduated too, Casey. Jeez.
Yeah, but like I graduated before you guys. I graduated before it was cool.
So did I, technically.
It wasn't
Anyway,
cool then, though.
it was actually quite cool because it was December.
I'm
Oh,
not
that's
laughing.
bad. Boo.
Boo.
And then
Get out of the Bibliomancer seat. You don't deserve it.
Too bad. So today we're going to be discussing The Subtle Knife by Philip Pullman, which is the second book in the His Dark Materials series. Um, is this one bigger than the first one or smaller? I
No.
can't
it
It's,
felt
know.
longer.
Because that's what I'm thinking. It's like
I
it
think they get
feels
shorter.
smaller. It feels smaller physically, but reading it felt like it took more time. And
Yes.
if you can think back to June when we talked about the first one, I believe many of our complaints were, but nothing happened. So when the complaint of this is, there are things.
Compared to the subtle knife, so many things happen in the Golden Compass.
I
I
know.
really despise this criticism of nothing happens just on principle because a ton of things happened in both of those books.
Well, see, that's the problem is things happen, but they're just like events. They don't really feel connected, and they have no emotional resonance.
Then we need to make a specific claim, but to just say nothing
Fine,
happened is vague and unhelpful.
fine. Things happen, but we don't care because the writing style is incredibly dull and the characters are all loathsome. So it feels like nothing happens.
That's an actual criticism. I love it.
Oh, what would we do without you, Taylor?
Casey, I love you.
Well, now that we know how
Agree
Casey
on to
feels. Gretchen.
Oh, are we doing overall non-spoilery impressions?
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay. I was bored and I felt like reading it was consistently hitting myself in the head with a cement block. And so I had to start skimming because there was just too much yatter and not enough movement. And also, in June, Taylor promised me that Lyra would stop being such a boring character without any agency. And one of
No, I
her
didn't.
lines in here is, I quote, "I will do nothing unless you tell me to do it, Will." And I
Oh,
was like,
I just said we got another character.
anyways, I have so many feelings about that, but I'm just anger and sadness.
Um, Hate to be on the same I didn't like it very much train, but I didn't like it very much. Part of that might be that I read it in one sitting 2 days after I read Homegoing by Jesse, and that like blew my fucking mind. So like anything that was being read after that wouldn't stand up to it in any way. Not that this is anything like that, but just like my brain kept going, I could be reading something much better than this right now, and I am not.
Yeah. Taylor, you want to go?
Yeah, I'm just trying to think how to say. Yes, I enjoyed it, but also before we started, I made it clear this is not like I'm not looking forward to an hour of just dying in a hail of Gretchenisms
Don't
because I
have
didn't
me.
hate this book. Because I found a lot of the ideas interesting, even when it was a very spread out series of narratives. But
I mean,
yeah,
but
I
to
liked it.
I
Sure.
liked it.
I said that about the Golden Compass though too. There's like I really appreciated the ideas.
I
It was
don't.
very like high-minded ideas. This one completely lost me. The subtle knife just like went over my head and into China, and I was like, okay.
I
I think my favorite thing about the subtle knife is that it's the least subtle book I think I've ever read. It is so aggressively heavy-handed that I I have to hate him by default because it reeks of kids are too stupid to understand this unless we spell it out for them really, 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 really hard.
Okay, I want to actually intervene in that because I'm the only one of us who has read the entire series
All right.
when I was younger. And let me just say, most of it went entirely over my head because it is advanced theology. So, yes,
I mean,
spelling it out,
It's that
I don't
advanced.
have an issue with that.
It's Satan is now the good guy and God is the bad guy. I mean,
But we
maybe it's
don't,
because I went to
like,
church my whole life that I'm like, well, duh.
yeah, it's also not a new idea at all. Like
but
how
it's
we
many
not
talked
even
about
that.
this
It,
too last
go on,
time. Was just
Gretchen?
that like these books were written for children, but they weren't written for children. Like, I mean, if he has something to say that is not meant to be said to children, like it's a book for children, but the message is not for children. Like, you know what I mean?
Hmm.
I
It's
don't know.
written.
It's got a healthy distrust of the institution. That's
No, it
that's
doesn't.
children's literature
Okay.
there.
No. What really pisses me off, and it's not that he has religion. I love Terry Pratchett. No one has a bigger problem with religion than Terry Pratchett. He's so funny. Anyway, but what drives me crazy is how much he's like the church is so bad because they just tell you what to do and you have to obey. So, Will, Lyra, you have to fight this. Just do it because we tell you to, because we know for some reason. It's just like, you're doing the exact same thing. It's not different. These kids are just being shuttled along by grown-ups just telling them what to do. They're not allowed to learn anything for themselves or do anything or, like, grow and experience because they're just told what to do. And I don't know if I've frozen or if you're so bored you guys have all died.
No,
But
no.
it's just bullshit.
Cautious.
It's ridiculous. All they do is get told stuff by people who claim to have a higher knowledge, which, by the way, comes from something mystical, only now it's dust instead of Jesus, and I don't see how it's different. Okay. Also, how is Azrael supposed to be a good guy? He literally killed a child. He didn't have a
I
Jamie
don't think he's
Lannister
supposed to
moment
be.
to make us like him. I'm sorry.
I don't think he's supposed to be.
I don't think he's supposed to be either.
But all the good guys love him. Sometimes literally. There were some
They're kind of in awe of him,
awkward.
but no one thinks. Well,
Are
he's
you
definitely
telling me
douche.
that if, like, I'm trying to think, Neil deGrasse Tyson murdered a dude, we wouldn't all just be like,
He
A
probably had a good
child!
reason. It was probably science.
yeah, if he was just like, Guys, it was for science. Oh, okay. You.
Are we really likening Asriel to Neil deGrasse Tyson? Because this is something I can't unsee.
No.
I was trying to think of like a
Yeah,
very
well,
prominent scientist figure.
Can you find one with literally no charm and kind of is an abusive dad? Because that would be
No.
way more accurate.
No, all of our current scientists are all lovable in their various ways.
Damn it.
Yeah.
Yeah. They're...
The second
Why
thing
are
I was going to say
scientists
was
so lovable? Like, I guess the only ones we notice are the charming ones.
It might be. When I think about it, the number of scientists I know off the top, like,
It's all the charisma ones, like Carl Sagan and Bill Nye.
yeah, Stephen Hawking,
Yeah.
Neil deGrasse Tyson. They're all men.
Yep, there are
Yeah.
no modern women scientists. There are none.
There are. We just don't care about them because they're not adorable.
There probably are a
That's-
lot of adorable scientists, male and female.
Hello, America.
This is a weird conversation.
Yeah, jeez.
Although, can we, speaking of this
disappointed
in
in
relation
us.
to the book, can we
Oh,
just
right.
talk about how Lyra is supposed to be this chosen child, and like literally everything, and I know why this is a thing, because Eve, but everything bad that happens is because she doesn't listen to Will, and she literally has to have a moment where she's like, I won't do anything else but listen to you, Will, ever again. And I'm like,
Lyra is defined by her innocence. Will is defined by the most inexplicably badass 10-year-old there's ever been.
More
You
than
define
Bonnie
Lyra
we
by
have to
innocence?
listen.
She's a little shit. That's her defining character trait.
No. Have you never listened to Lee Scoresby talk
No,
about her?
I know.
He
I know.
literally
Oh my
died in the
gosh,
gulch.
I wanted to vomit. If I had a daughter, I would hate her compared to Lyra. Like, okay, you didn't say that.
There is no child in this world as good as her. What?
I don't know. Pantalaimon leads me to think that Lyra is pretty okay. He's
Gotta say,
adorable.
that death scene might be my favorite part of the book. It was real funny.
It's sad.
I liked him too, but his death was really funny.
Scoresby? What?
Ah,
That's legitimately sad.
it
Touching
was so
moment.
melodramatic. And I loved that, like, everything in the book is, like, saved by a deus ex machina. It's just, like, they hold up the flower, and for a second you're like, oh, yeah, obviously the witch, again, is going to fly out and save her. Oh, no, they're dead. Okay. Awkward.
No, but it felt like that
It's
whole thing
cold
was
sadness,
contrived.
Casey.
It was funny!
That whole thing, though, felt contrived to make sure
emotion.
Seraphina Pecola wasn't there when the specters attacked the rest of the witches.
Yeah, I didn't get that till you just said it, but you're so right. Also,
Should I say that there's gonna be spoilers now since there's already been spoilers?
Michaela, we are 15 minutes in. People would have just acclimated into it.
Hey, by the way, did you guys know that Hester likes to sit with her eyes half closed? Because I think Pullman mentioned it about 12 times every scene she was in. I reached a point where I was like, okay, you know what? I'm just going to assume her ears are back and her eyes are half closed until you tell me otherwise. Presumably, maybe they closed when she died. See, that's when I would have wanted to know.
That would be really creepy to just think about. She still just got.
No,
The
the demons dissolve into the ether when they die. It wouldn't be an issue.
Oh, that's not. There's like
Eyelids
a
are, like, the
negative
first thing
image
to go.
of her with half.
Also, wait, hold on.
Like the morbid Cheshire Cat moment.
Speaking of murderers, can we back up to the beginning of the book
Half
where
little eyes remain.
Lyra asks the alethiometer if she can trust Will, and the alethiometer goes, he's a murderer, and Lila goes, yep, that makes him trustworthy.
I
And I'm
actually
like,
liked that part.
That's,
I
to
thought
be
that
fair, a pretty Lyra moment.
I
She
actually
probably
did.
thought it was really cool.
Can I trust this guy? No, he'll totally kill you. All right, partnering up.
Didn't say no, he's not trustworthy. Still means yes.
Uh,
So man, this kid is just really okay with killing people, just all the time.
Look, he had like 3 moments of anxiety about killing that guy in like the first chapter. For a kid's book, that's a lot of conscience.
But that's it, and then it's gone.
He talks
Well-
about it at like specific points throughout the book.
Yeah, all
They
right,
don't
I'll give
even
you
talk
that.
about their feelings, okay?
I made abs.
I just like, I don't even think they need the knife. I think they can just send Will out with his cat to take on God, and he'll be fine. He'll bleed a little bit, but apparently he can lose half the blood in his body and just
To
be
what?
okay.
It takes a long time to lose all the blood in your body through your 2 fingers.
Okay, but like, he's like soaked with blood and dripping all the time. They mention that a lot.
But it's like magical. Magic dripping.
Oh, magic dripping? That makes it okay.
Okay, funniest death in the whole book, though, was Will's dad.
Except, I hate the woman scorned thing.
Well,
No,
me
when she
too.
killed herself immediately after, that was hilarious. When she was just like, I.
That whole thing was just, what?
The
And
best.
then
Oh,
Yeah.
it was pretty good.
just, they're talking through the fog so they can get all of the pertinent information out, and the fog clears, and they have a moment of clarity, and then boom!
So,
He did!
wait, remind me, where did the arrow hit him?
In the heart, I believe. Let me
Okay.
double check.
No, that's probably fitting, but I can't get this image out of my head of like her shooting him right through that like little sky hole in his
Oh, yes,
head.
an arrow in his failing heart.
Right, yeah. But just because when you think he got that hole chopped in his skull, like that chunk of bone out. And I'm like, that has to make you really fragile.
I
Like the
mean,
acorns would injure you.
Unless it just plugs up the hole, but, no,
Like
I
get a
just,
skin over it. I just spend
I
a lot of
love
time
it.
worrying
That
about
was
this
all.
guy.
That's the only point of living, to love people and then die.
Also,
I'm trying
children
to.
in...
Oh yeah, I'm gonna be that feminist asshole.
Hold on, wait, what, Michaela?
Sorry.
I was gonna say, as somebody who studied bone stuff, let me try and illuminate the idea of having a hole or a piece of your skull missing. Scientists, doctors sometimes have to do that with people who have encephalitis and brain swelling to relieve pressure because
Yeah.
obviously your skull can't move.
They do
So
that
they
in
will
Master and
literally,
Commander, I understand.
yeah, they literally will take a piece of bone. The thing with it though
How does
is
that relieve pressure if the brain's? I
It
feel like
gives it a place to
it
go.
lets
come out
yeah,
the hole. You just
it
squish
won't
it out.
It's like
it won't like
it's like a
ooze.
kettle. The steam.
Oh, okay.
No.
There's other things in the
Has-
soul besides the brain. I was an English major.
Well,
No,
it also
it's just
lets the skull pieces move.
Oh,
Like they can separate now because there's that space to move. But it's not like a soft spot on a baby skull. Like
okay. Because that's how
like
I
a
imagine.
baby skull. Yeah, I don't think it's like that. And also those bones can grow back together.
But it doesn't sound like that was something that was allowed to happen.
ew! Did
Yeah, I
they
don't think
keep
enough time was
growing
allowed to happen, but I don't know how big of a hole it was.
I'm
Maybe
imagining
like
like
stick in
silver
it?
dollar.
Like a hole.
Yeah, but it's like the skin is growing back over, so it
A
just
hole
kind
in
of
his-
sags.
No, you gotta do it right in the forehead so you can have a unicorn horn.
Nice. That would actually be pretty awesome.
Did you know there's an actual thing that causes people to grow horns?
Okay, I
Yeah.
feel like we've drifted away from the book, but yeah, that's really cool.
Tell me more.
Okay. Let's talk about how the fact that his dad had to die because children in children's books cannot have functional parents.
Well,
Um,
Um,
can we also just establish the fact that he died because the angels are dicks?
That too.
that's
We're like,
true.
5 minutes ago, could have saved him. But, yeah.
That was actually pretty awesome.
Shift's done.
I feel like angels are dicks a lot in fiction, though.
Yeah.
Just all the time, because people think it's
These are
really clever. It stopped being clever,
Yeah.
often, by the way.
No, but in a weird way, these are the most believable angels I've encountered in fiction because they're utterly just neutral in their opinions. Whereas when you think about it, the most defining feature of angels, and especially YA, is they're very stuck up and proud. And pride is a sin, and that's something angels shouldn't have because
Okay, angels also should fight
stated.
God, though. So, I mean, things are getting a little weird in here.
All I'm saying is that they seem to actually be, outside of personal interests and just
are
it
you
was a
kidding
thought.
me?
I actually do sort of have a question. I hope this doesn't get thorny, but about the religion of the novel. So, I get that Pullman is relying really heavily on his readers to know about the injustices of the Christian church.
To a degree, yeah.
Yeah, because it's just, I feel like if I lived in a world where there was, apparently we know there's a God because we can fight him, and we know he's a
Well, I
vengeful
think that
God
was
because we
that's like
want,
a secret thing.
but wait, it's a secret?
Like the whatever his name is, the authority, that's like the universe hoppers are aware of him, but everyone else is no way. Because think about it, we didn't even hear about the authority until this book, right? At least not in this way.
Yeah, yeah, until then we had like the Pope.
Yeah,
I
then it
guess
was
I feel like if I was like in this world and I was like, okay, so this God is all powerful and a huge asshole. I think I'm gonna do what he says. Just throwing that out there.
no, from my understanding and what seems to get this a lot of attention, just as a book for critical reading, is the separation between, the religious structure and just faith, because you can say he's anti-religion, but then again, he also uses a world that entirely is founded on the truth of religion. It's the human groups that are doing terrible things because of it. It's not saying faith is not real, it's the Pope is evil.
But he does literally want to kill God. Like that is
Yeah,
what Azrael wants to do, and I think
yeah,
we're supposed to want him to do it.
I guess.
So it's like
It's
God,
going that way.
but he's also a huge asshole.
But it's also doing that you need to kill God all through like a divine plan of predetermination.
Yeah, there are also
So
prophecies. It's an odd.
so I think this God figure is really just like Super Pope and not like the spiritual force.
That's amazing. Of course, we're reading this in a time when the Pope is like literally a teddy bear. So
Yeah, we like the Pope now. He's
I
great.
know, right? This would have been way better during like Emperor Palpatine.
Yeah.
I don't
Or
remember.
halfway through the series, the old Pope dies and things just get better.
The thing is, I guess we're gonna have to find out later. But do you guys really think Azrael isn't like the hero? Because right now everyone's talking about him like only Will is more Jesus-y at this point.
Oh,
Well, because Will's supposed to be Adam.
Adam was an
and
ass.
you know what that means.
Oh, okay, no, but that is only one of the many, many creepy sex things. And by many, I think I only mean two. But there's the one scene where the monkey is fondling the snake, and it
Oh
Oh,
God,
is
it's
really uncomfortable.
oh,
so
There
many
we go.
verbs in there
I
that
really did think that it could
tingle.
get worse than the monkey fondling Lord Azrael's leopard thing, and
Nope, it
then
got
it
worse.
did.
Turned into a snake.
They are surprisingly charged scenes.
It was licking the snake. Licking it.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it was hot.
it was. Okay, to be fair, I was actually moved by that lady's death, though. Or indifference, insanity, whatever. That one was a good scene. I'll give you that.
Oh,
I
like
might
the
have just
weird
been so
spying
relieved that the
witch.
sex had stopped, but
Yeah, no.
but I did think that was a good scene. Michaela?
Yeah.
She's a rabbit now.
I figured that we might as well watch my rabbit be cute since I don't have much to contribute. Because I honestly feel like, hi, Widgie. I'm sorry if I startled you. Um,
Oh.
I'm not like angry enough, but I'm also just sort of like agreeing with everything being said, so I'm letting that happen.
You just don't have enough energy to, like, give me a hand with anything.
Nah, so
Put me down
here,
on the ground.
have a widget. I really need to clean that litter box.
Are her
So, can
are
we
her
just
eyes half closed?
how
Her ears
fast
closed?
they aren't. They
Widget?
aren't. Gotta
Oh,
see your lidded eyes.
I
we
mean,
can always talk about how Dr.
see me?
Malone is like the worst scientist ever, if you want.
I thought she was fun. Although that text-based program that she whipped up overnight, I was very hazy about that. Lyra was just like, "You need to make it so it takes words, not thoughts." And she's like, "Okay." And I'm like, "Is it that easy?"
But that's like the whole series is people being told to do stuff and then going, okay.
But before it was magic. Then we're
The
suddenly into
subtle knife was like the shortest scene ever, and I was like, wow, this book is gonna be like we're only like 150 pages in.
it just felt weird because it was like it then starts talking about word processing programs and I'm like, this is a strange like balance of really
Yes.
convenient
I
science and
often use
really
Microsoft Word to talk to
detailed.
God.
No, because she said she didn't have one. The angels came with one pre-downloaded.
That's amazing.
Do you think they often have to shut down or restart for updates?
Okay.
What do you think the Dark Ages were? No, I'm kidding.
Okay, poll. Jumping into modern day England. Clever
You
or
didn't see
jumping
it
the
coming.
shark?
Jumping the shark in the second book?
You
This entire book was filler. You cannot tell me this entire book was not, like, terrible filler.
I wonder if he only wanted 2 books, but everyone's like, nope, nope.
I wonder if he only wanted one. Because the whole series, one book, on the longer side for a kid's book, very concise, just clean it up, would have flowed great. Especially with,
I mean,
like,
I'm actually with you. I might have liked that book.
because it is like a Game of Thrones level of, like, narrative jumping. So you just need to, if you have that over a book where you have an actual satisfying arc for all of them and not like very short snippets that you have time to fit in, but nothing satisfying. Because like the Doctor, Lyra shows up, she
Guys,
goes back to
imagine
the
this.
science center, and then she goes through the portal. That's her entire book arc.
Yeah.
Whereas
Oh,
if we include
second
the
part.
third book, there are 2, yes.
I'm sorry. Keep going.
No, that was it. I was saying should be
Mama, what are you doing?
Michaela.
Yes.
Even if you don't have much to say, you are kind of making it A bit hard to do this video.
No, I like the bunnies.
Hey, man.
How do you feel about the modern day, though, Michaela? You a
How do
fan?
I feel about the modern day?
Yeah,
Um,
something like that.
I often have issues with time travel in air quotes when it comes to storytelling because I feel like it is a cheap way to make a lot of things happen that the characters then have to sort of react to and be like, this is what happened because of things you did. And I felt like that
Did
happened.
that happen though?
No, but like it's like I don't know how to explain here. Because it's not actual time.
No, because these are parallel
I don't
timelines.
know.
But
I don't
like ours
know.
went way faster.
Yeah.
I think we just hit a technological revolution that they didn't.
But also, like, it kind of felt, I don't know, I would have much preferred to have kept it in one place. Because then you have, like, you don't have to worry about the letters being stolen because they're through a portal and they're safe. You have the issue where they're trying to get into Sir Charles's house and they can just run through this alternate universe and cut in at the right place.
That
Like,
was kind of cool.
it just felt like there
Yeah.
was never any It was cool, but it
Yeah.
also felt like there was never any tension because, like,
Mhm.
they could just cut a hole in the world and run away, and no one else could do that. So, like, they were, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like,
The only thing I didn't like about it was when they tried to turn dust into physics, and he didn't do it very well, and so it just turned into like this Star Trek-esque techno babble.
He
That
didn't
was
do it for very long.
boring. That is one thing.
I think there was potential for it.
It was, and it also avoided, for the most part, the awful trap of like Lyra going around going like, oh, "What is that magical beast? It's a car. What is this box that lets
I
you?"
hate that so much.
They had very little of that, and actually, I
Yeah.
was kind of amused by Lyra just being like, "Well, all this sucks." I appreciated that.
She liked movies.
Well, who doesn't?
She was distracted, but you know, it was fine. I think she ate a hot dog.
I think it also bothered me though too because it became another reason for like Will's superiority over her because like they spent so much more time in his world and he knew all about this like technology that she didn't, and I was just like, I didn't think I could hate a character more than Lyra, and I actually do, I think, like, on like a person by person basis, I like Will more than Lyra, but Will and Lyra's interactions just made me want to like wring my own neck. And then there's just that one part where he's like, "She's my best friend," and I'm like,
He's not wrong.
I mean, they're each other's only friends, and like, I hope
But
that she told him what she did to her last friend, but
Well, what frustrated me about Lyra in this book is like I feel like Phil, our pal
Phil.
Phil P, was
Oh.
trying to show Lyra growing more mature and softer, but still being herself and still hot-headed. But instead of doing that in like a smooth, cohesive way, he would just sort of have a scene where she's really docile and then have a scene where she's a total asshole and they just feel like two completely different people. And it's like
and then at one point she goes to Pan, "I'm
personality.
changing, Pan,"
Oh,
and
yeah.
Pan's like, "LOL, that's BS."
It's
I think
almost
it's just
like a metaphor for growing up.
there was so little actual time that I felt was spent with these characters.
The characters,
Because so much of this book is just conversations.
Yes.
but they're not conversations that illuminate the characters.
Well,
It's like
no,
the
in the sense that,
plot
yeah,
devices.
it's discussions and theology and listening in on other people's discussions. about
Every
these
single
characters.
conversation is an info dump for the world building / religion issues.
Phil really needed a live journal or a Tumblr where he could just get his feelings out. He did not need to write 3 books.
Well, it's just because these characters can't do anything on their own. That's just a fundamental aspect of the story that's being told. I can't even use that as a criticism because they're just chosen ones with 20 other characters doing their thing.
Wait, why can't we criticize them for that?
Well, no,
I
I mean,
said I
Is it
can't.
serving a greater purpose?
Because it's literally the fundamental basis of this book.
But to what end? Besides fetishization of innocence.
Well,
can
it's
I just say something real
Yeah.
quick before you go on that? It's just that, like, the problem with the chosen one narrative that we always have is just like, this chosen one is the perfect one who will do everything right and blah blah blah. And like, at least with these chosen ones, like, they don't actually have a choice. They're just like being ping ponged around, which I think is like more of, if we want to go with the chosen one narrative, is probably more akin to what that would actually look like in a way. You know what I
Because they
mean?
can't.
Because like
It takes a village to
chosen
execute
one.
a prophecy.
Yeah, and like the chosen one golden boy who is the chosen one because they're the best moral person who can like make all the right choices is just a fallacy. So like
It's also why "you are now the queen of this realm and must save us from all of our ills" is such a popular and often annoying.
Bastion, say my name.
Sweet never-ending story reference.
I was like, is that Neverending Story?
It is.
Michaela, do you have a Neverending Story 2 quote to break out for us?
I do not remember any lines.
We
from
watched the
that
2 movies back to back. It
monster
didn't
of a
go
film.
well.
Ouch. I don't think I've seen either, but
me neither.
cultural landmark, so. Well, part of my problem with this prophecy is actually like we have no reason to believe they're the chosen ones, except that we get told it a lot, and they
I
get
think that's
told it a
what
lot.
makes it effective.
And they go, okay. Like I would like to see like a little bit of like one of them going fuck off, and then just leaving. And then something terrible happening, and them realizing, oh no, I gotta step up. It's like,
Well, here's
it's
the
just like,
thing
all right.
about actually being a chosen one, though. Um, most little kids would want to be a chosen one because it makes them feel special, but they could just be pawns. Like, the adults are like, we're gonna use them, so we're gonna make them think that they're special when they're not actually special.
Think
But
like end of
we're
Harry
supposed to
Potter
be special.
conversations by Dumbledore.
Oh, Dumbledore.
Like, you think this kid's been doing things, but he's actually just been like led to this conclusion unawares. That's these children.
Yeah.
Everyone's like, you're gonna go be a hero, and they're like, okay, and it's like, well, your dad murdered your best friend. You're probably gonna die too. I don't remember the 3rd book. She probably dies.
If she dies, I would actually have to give Philip Pullman a whole lot of credit because
Eh.
I always, not because of like I'd be happy because she died, but because killing protagonists in children's stories is like always a hard move to make.
It would
If they
depend
are
on how
Adam and
she
Eve, I
dies.
don't think they can actually die though.
If she dies in like a stupid, ridiculous, self-sacrificing way, I'm gonna go, nope.
I don't think that's gonna happen in this book.
No.
Probably not. But they try really hard to convince us that these 2 kids are special, and I just don't care about either of them. They're
Well,
just-
Will has 2 fingers cut off and a shiny knife now.
What if some guy just was like careless while chopping vegetables and like stumbled on this knife? And like I would read that story, and all of a sudden
Wait.
he's supposed to be the chosen one, and he ain't.
Wait.
That would
Wait.
be yes.
He's lost 2 fingers and has a shiny knife. Is he in the Brotherhood of Assassin's Creed?
You only lose one finger.
So
He's a
he's
double
one up on
assassin.
them then.
And
Yeah,
it's only
exactly.
2/3 of your finger. God, Michaela. Fake
I never.
nerd.
So we know that I've never actually finished an Assassin's Creed game because I got like 3/4 through the first one without actually killing anybody, and then had one of my friends go, "You haven't killed anybody?" And I went, "No, why?" And he's like, "It's called Assassin's Creed."
I'm not good enough at video games to know what any of you people are talking about. But that's
Well,
okay.
don't worry, they're making a movie with Michael Fassbender.
Okay, wait, but I thought
True.
It's gonna be the
it's
new
placed
Jake
in like
Gyllenhaal Prince of
the
Persia. So.
Mediterranean, like Middle Easty, like.
Yes, but when has the Middle
Fassbender's
East
kind
ever
of white.
stopped
The
Hollywood from
newest one was
white
in
guys?
England, and the one before that was in America.
Okay.
It's the original.
They're doing the original one?
It's
That one is Middle
Michael
East.
Fassbender is starring in the Jerusalem game. Yes.
Hashtag whitewashing, hashtag Hollywood.
So, see, this book is so boring, even the people who like it don't want to talk about it. But
I
It's
like.
a lot of work
Oh,
walking
Jesus.
uphill.
Well, the buns have rejected us. So I guess up, Widgie, are you coming back? You coming back, Widge? Okay.
Yeah, I think we're winding down in terms of ideas.
Yeah, I
think.
don't
I
have
like-
anything.
Yeah, I mean, considering the
Mama.
size of the last book compared to this one, I think we'll at least have things to say about that one. But like this one literally just feels like info dump filler.
yeah, this book
It's-
shouldn't have existed.
It suffers of
300
second book in a trilogy. Whatever,
Yeah.
Mabob. Every
It does.
second book in a trilogy is always like, we did the introduction one, now we're gonna do the filler one where we pan things out and maybe tell you more stuff about the world and just basically set up stuff for the big finale.
A very imperfect series. I actually thought the second Hunger Games book was pretty good. Better than the third one.
I have not read the third one, but I did like the second one better than the first one.
Yeah,
I
it might have been-
actually, although Taylor does not agree, we're actually reading a series that I think has a better second book, which is the second Daughter of Smoke and Bone book. I think that it's better than the first one.
There were just fewer angels in the first one, so far, because the second book has only had angels up to this point. Except for Karu, her friend Karu. I really like Karu.
Sometimes I'm glad I'm only in some of your book clubs. So I don't think I'm up for that nonsense.
I'm still waiting for when I can actually get everybody to read a paranormal romance book, so that because like last time Taylor and I were the only ones who read it, and
yeah, you guys missed out on some great vampire smut.
It was so good.
Which
It
book
was a grand time. It was the Anita Blake
Skin Trade.
Skin Trade.
I picked one with.
So,
with
if you're watching this video, go watch that video instead.
I don't think we made a. Did we?
I don't think anyone's here. I think they all left.
I feel like we did a discussion of it.
You
Because
did.
I remember us talking about the conclusion, how a blowjob was actually the solution to conflict.
It was so good. I love it so much, and nobody read it with us. God damn it.
Okay, if you told me that was part of it.
Dude, there's not just that, but I'm pretty sure she has sex with twins. Both of them.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, so should we shut this one down?
Yeah, we seem to have. It was, guys, I feel like anyone who's made it this far, it's just, there's really not much to talk about with this book.
It's an okay book, but there's so little
I think
that's actually resolved. It was just
a book.
Yeah.
It has
words in it.
Yeah.
We'll see with
Um,
the Amber Spyglass if third time pays for all.
I wish that I could zoom in on this, but I cannot.
just pick up your computer and shove it toward him.
Mo will
So
run
funny.
away. Yeah, Mo's the scaredy cat.
He's fat and I love it.
Yeah.
And weirdly enough, Michaela's laptop is shaped like a falcon, so he'd be fine.
Hi, Mama, you'd run away.
Okay.
Yeah. So
Well-
yes, we are done.
An
The
episode.
the next one is going to be on the sequel to Daughter and Smoke and Bone.
I won't be
Um,
there.
Casey will
That's
not be there. After that is
Try
the
not to cry
13
too
and a
much.
half lives of Captain Blue Bear, correct, Taylor?
I'm so chuffed.
If it's just me and
Gonna be
Taylor
great.
again, we're gonna be mad.
I won't be there.
Because
We'll have
Rumo was a sad, I almost said
Episode
circle
of
jerk,
grieving.
but anytime it's just me and Taylor, that's what happens. It's just us both agreeing with each other.
Rumo, collected works of Jorge Luis Borges, just all. Yeah, I agree.
Possession.
Were we
Well,
the only
listen.
people at Possession?
I
We
have
were
a
the
life.
only people at Possession.
Oh
Skin
my
trade.
How did you
I don't
guys?
have a life, but I have homework.
Gretchen, how did you and Rachel not read Possession? That was a delight.
Okay, we can talk about this after we shut this down.
No! Answer! On record.
No, these poor people who may probably are still not here.
I'm coloring an owl.
Alright, time to go.
Bye, guys.
Bye.
See you for the next Pullman. It'll be fun. Bye.